Do you ever have one of those days where you have no idea what you want to do with your hair? And then you remember a YouTube video that you saw and it just inspires you to try something totally new. So, getting started with the Chignon attempt. I'm going to try to use everything that Naturally Curious used in her video, which luckily is not a whole lot of stuff. One thing that she used was already stretched out hair, and during that video she coats her hair with coconut oil, which I did yesterday when I took my mini twist out. So my hair's already moisturized, or at least oil coated, so I'm not going to use that step today. But another thing that she used during her video was she used a rat tail comb to create a neat part. And she then used an ouchless tie and lots of hairpins, or at least several hairpins of different types and sizes. And last but not least, she used some aloe vera gel and a brush. What I'm doing here is using my rat tail comb to section off a little area right in the front of my head. And it's sort of U-shaped. And once I get that section the way I want it, I'm just going to twist it and sort of pin it out of the way. Then I'm going to grab a section from either side of my head. Now, my hair is coming out of mini twists. It hasn't been detangled, and this was a real struggle. I think I would have had a much easier time if this were coming off of a fresh wash with my hair recently detangled, but it was not that kind of situation for me, so it was hard. But what I'm doing here is sectioning off about a 2-inch area from the crown of my head to my nape, but it's about 2 inches wide on either side. And I'm going to twist that side away, and then I'll just use a couple of clips to get my twist out of the way. And I'll repeat that same motion on the right hand. I'll repeat that same motion on the left hand side of my head. Just sectioning off that 2-inch zone, twisting it away and clipping it away. At least that was what my plan was, until I found that there was a mini twist that was still left in my head. Yeah, wow. Okay, so now my front section is all pinned away. And what I'm doing here is trying to smooth out the back, and I'm going to grab my ouchless tie and just smooth that back into a little ponytail. I think I may have wrapped this around my hair 2 or 3 times until it felt secure, but it didn't feel tight. Now it's time to work with the front. So taking apart the front section, I'm going to squeeze a little aloe vera gel into my hands and just put a little bit at the front, and then I'll use my board bristle brush really carefully and gently to just sort of brush that hair back. My edges needed some smoothing, and in Naturally Curious's video she did some smoothing of her edges too, but when you use a bristle brush you want to be really gentle. We have a tendency to lose our edges as sisters. I don't know why that is, so never use a brush super hard. Okay, so what I'm doing here with that front little U-shaped section is I'm doing a sort of roll and tuck. I'm rolling the hair down close to my scalp, and then I'm going to continue rolling it to the ends of my hair. Now at the end of this roll, I need a bobby pin. And what I'm going to do with that bobby pin is put it in my mouth, of course, open it. And then I lift up my ponytail and stick the end of that roll under the ponytail and just pin it in place. Now it's time to deal with those two other sections that were pinned away. Each one of those sections needs to be divided. So here I am working on the the right hand side. So confusing because I'm looking at myself backward. And what the foolishness, another mini twist. You would not believe how many mini twists I thought I had gotten out on wash day. I had some surprises. But anyway, I'm working on the right hand side of my hair, and that section needs to be divided into 3 sections. And I'm again sort of doing a roll and tuck motion, and I'm rolling all the way to the end of my hair. And then what I'm going to do is pin it out of the way. Now I don't think Naturally Curious does it quite this way in her video. I think she goes right into the ponytail pinning, but I decided to do it this way thinking it might be easier, but it wasn't necessarily any easier. So that section has been divided into 3 sections that have all been rolled and pinned away. Now I'm on the left hand side doing that same rolling motion. I rolled to the end of my hair, or just about to the end of my hair, and now I'm going to start pinning the hair behind my ponytail so that I can get that crisscross motion. Now I'm taking that rolled section and I'm just going to pull it, not under this time, I'm going to pull it over the ponytail, and then I'm going to stick the end under the ponytail and pin it. Now that is way too high. I should have brought that closer to the ponytail, and I found that out later and adjusted it sometime that evening or maybe the next morning when I actually looked in a mirror. So now I have to find its mirror image on the other side. I want the first section, and I'm going to swing around to that ponytail once again, and the hair is going over the ponytail and then being pinned underneath. And I'm just going to do that in a repeated way for the other sections that are remaining. And I am all done. I have pinned all of my little twisted sections down, and now I need to deal with the ponytail. I'm just gonna fold it under my hand and make a little bun, which I'm gonna pin down with some bobby pins. I think I did 1 bobby pin on each side. And I love the look of it. I love how textured it is, and I just think it's so classy and neat. Now it takes about 25 minutes to do this style, but I think it's well worth it, and it's definitely a style that I hope you'll try out.